My misogynistic sister bullies pregnant women and brags about it even though she's a nurse. Now she's pissed that I complained to the hospital and got her fired, but she deserved it. My sister and I have never really been close because she has a tendency to judge people for no reason, and this was why we got into a huge argument the other day. She works as a nurse and has for a few years now because nurse was her calling. Honestly, she's like a popular girl in high school who went on to become a nurse. I noticed that she's been making horrible remarks about her female patients. She's not just complaining about the job or venting about how stressful it is, she's straight up just talking crap. She talked about one of her patients, which she referred to as White Whale. My sister said that White Whale went into labor and brought her husband with her. If that wasn't enough, she went on a tangent about how hot the woman's husband was, and she could not understand how that whale was able to pull someone like him. She laughed when recalling the sound she made when pushing out her child, and said that she didn't look like the type of woman to be strong enough to go the natural route. She has also talked about how another mom-to-be defecated on the table, and she remarked that she wouldn't be surprised if her husband divorced her after seeing something so nasty. I could believe she was saying all of this because she's been a bully her whole life, and has criticized every part of me when growing up. She's literally the reason I developed a severe eating disorder, because she would never stop commenting on how big I was getting, and I couldn't eat in front of her without being called a pig. Then, there was her teenage patient who just couldn't keep her legs closed. My sister claimed that she gave her some sound advice, and I'm honestly scared to know what she had said to this young girl. She laughed about giving her a nurse dose of pain meds to get her to shut up, and refused to give her a blanket, since if she wants to act like an adult, then she deserves to be treated like one. The fight between her and I happened a few days ago, due to her talking about a mother who delivered a premature baby. She admitted that she told this mother that she should have done a better job if she didn't want to have a baby born at 29 weeks. I blew up at my sister and asked her how she could be so heartless. My sister told me that she should have the right to vent about stupid mothers who don't know how to do the thing their body is designed for. She also said that I don't work in healthcare, so I have no right to remark on how she handles stress at work. I told her that if her way of handling stress is to be a misogynist, then she needs to find a different career. She didn't like that answer at all and told all of our parents after I left her house. They've pretty much been divided on the issue, with some saying they think that I was in the right to call my sister out, and others saying that my sister shouldn't have to kiss up to her patients in order to do her job efficiently. I don't get how she would even be in the right, since the things she says can get her fired if HR is involved. She makes the meanest comments about women in their most vulnerable time, and that isn't cutting it for me. What's worse is that I'm pregnant, and hearing about how my sister, a nurse, is treating pregnant women just makes me scared for labor and delivery. My family has no idea, and now I'm more hesitant to tell them because of the way they are reacting to this situation. I talked this over with my husband, and we came to the same agreement that the hospital she works at needs to know what she's saying about their patients. It's gotten out of hand and something needs to be done. They gave me a link to some form, and asked me to fill out a detailed, written complaint, specifically about what my sister had said about the teenage patient, and the nurse dose, something they didn't know about. It's something that they are taking very seriously, and the teenage patient was there recently. I also found out that the family of the girl also made a complaint about my sister's behavior. Everything came crashing down for my sister in an instant. She came over to my husband and she barged her way in, screaming that she lost her job because of some bullcrap reports, and she knows that it was me talking crap about her, because I just couldn't stay out of her business. It was my business, since she was bullying pregnant women and then bragging about it to me. She needed to learn that there were consequences to everything she was saying, because she had gotten away with it for a long time. My sister told me to F off and said that she could talk about anyone any way she effing likes, as long as she gets her job done, because that's what she went to school for. She said that I didn't know about anything going on, and my ignorance cost her her job. I reminded my sister that I actually might know some stuff, since a certain teenager's family had something to say about her behavior as well. This set her off. I've never seen my sister so angry before. Her whole face was red and looked like she was ready to beat me up. She went on a rant about that beach and her family, and how she was supposedly annoying her by giving birth. She kept spewing out nonsense that just sealed the deal for me. Sure, she said some horrible stuff about her patients who hadn't done anything wrong, called them awful nicknames, told laboring mothers that they weren't doing things right, dosed a teenager, and SLT shamed her. However, it was about to get atrocious. She wanted to teach the brat a lesson, and said that maybe if she gave birth when she was older, her kid wouldn't have died. My jaw dropped. I had no idea that the girl's baby effing died. I was horrified that my sister had zero remorse about it, and I couldn't begin to imagine how that affected the girl. I told my sister to get the F out of my home, and my husband made sure she stayed out. I'm sure she'll be telling our family about this and somehow make herself out to be the victim.